In a world where information overload is a daily occurrence, standing out as the premier choice for healthcare practitioners seeking to excel as practice owners is the why behind the genesis of Elevate Practice Intelligence. Hello, my name is Gary Thorne. I am the founder of Elevate, and we are passionate about creating innovative learning solutions that cut through the noise of practice mastery. With over 50 years of collective experience in the corporate world of private healthcare, we have created a specialized curriculum to empower practice owners that is expert-led, anchored in industry benchmarks, and with practical applications. In Elevate's operational learning module, we have skill development broken down into the left brain and the right brain. And the left brain might sound something like, I am left brain, I am a scientist, I am practical, I am accurate, I am logic, I am order, I know exactly who I am, strategic, analytical, and linear. And the components of skill development are rooted in how do you, as a practice owner, lower the cost of every transaction within your practice? How do you decrease your exposure to fixed costs like labor and rent? How do you increase the price to preserve margin? And the last component is, how do you create a clinical scorecard that's going to be rooted in key performance indicators or metrics that are both operational and clinical? On the right side of skill development in the operational learning module, it might sound something like, I am right brain, I am vivid colors, I am imagination, I am creativity, I am an extrovert, I am passion, I am everything I wanted to be, I sense, I feel, I am. The right side will have skill application to the premise of we are in the people business delivering healthcare, we're not in the healthcare industry. We have to understand as a part of a high performing team that a client cannot love a brand until its team members love it first. So how do you create a culture and a passion around your team members that's rooted in growth and development, the importance of the purpose and the value and impact that you have to your team and to the communities that you have a privilege to serve? We also talk about how do you communicate to team members on a weekly and monthly basis when you're not talking about profit or revenue. You have to root it in the client experience or the team member experience to be able to drive that impact that is rooted in purpose and why, and not in the financial numbers that you have within your practice. In the operational learning module, we'll unpack the 5 common operational scenarios that we run into across the majority of our clinics that we consult to. The first one is always rooted in the schedule efficiency. How do you create a greater access to care for your clients? Number 2 is always the importance of how do you continue to find new and innovative solutions to create a world-class client experience. A lot of it's coming down to the amenities that you have in your clinic right now. It is healthcare consumerism. Number 3, how do you continue to compete against the rising cost of clinical labor? We know that disengaged team members will leave for 1% increase in fee for service and go across the street to compete against your practice. We know that it takes a minimum of 20% increase in compensation for an engaged team member to leave you as a practice owner. Number 4, grow high value revenue. It's important as a practice owner that you understand what your current revenue mix is in the priorities of extended health benefits, private pay, auto, disability, WCB, and government. Once you've ranked and understand your percentage of revenue, then you start to put your tactics together to get at the high revenue margin work that comes typically from friends and family referral or from GPs. Number 5, how do you boost referral volumes? And this is all coming down to the self-efficacy of your practitioners. How strong are your practitioners in the EQ sense of empathy and full cycle care plans, and understanding that putting your hand up and asking for help is a sign of strength. At the end of the day, Elevate's learning modules to me is a really cool opportunity to give back in a way that my mentors gave to me. We need this generation of practice owners to be wildly successful. Elevate is your trusted advisor and partner on your journey to practice mastery. We hope that you have loved the modules as much as we did creating them for you.